This is Lee with 82 Gaming 12. We are on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. Back with another video of my playthrough of La Bataille de Kulm, a game published by Against the Odds. And this was, I guess, the date on the magazine states annual 2023. Yet the game itself has a copyright date of 2025. So I don't know if this was something that was delayed due to COVID and the pushing back of things being printed, but I'll just show you here. We get close up right there, annual 2023. Yet the date that's on the rules, okay, Landschnight Publishing Services, is 2025. Limbit Tover is the designer. So there's a little bit of like, oh, okay, what was this, a reprint? And it could have been, or I don't know for sure. But if you're looking for it, I think you could look for it under the annual 2023 Against the Odds. Here's some artwork that I found. I know this artwork here had to do with the actual Battle of Kulm. The middle has to do with just some artwork of Prussians. And then this over here was also something that was taking place during the battle. But I don't recall exactly what now. So anyways, we are at the 1:20 turn, which would be 13:20 if you're going to use military time. And military time's not used on the time record chart. So no reinforcements coming in. Van Dam and the 1st Division Philippon started to arrive. Well, come on, light. Over here on the east end of the map, I guess it's kind of really northeast. North is really toward the angled, like toward that corner, I guess, and not straight up. So Van Dam has arrived with the starting elements of the 1st Division. And it's just in time because the advanced guard has taken a licking. And they're fortunate that they haven't been annihilated. We've got up here on the north side of the battle, we've got some Russian cavalry, rather large regiments that have been trying to move to get in a position to pounce on the French forces up there. But with those streams, that's limited their ability to really outflank the French there. And the French are hoping they can get back to this plateau here, where this artillery piece is. Move back to there and use that stream to help protect their flank. And give time for the 1st Division to get in a position around Kulm to begin a offensive. And the center of the French line is also struggling. There's a gap in the French line here. So you've got that unit there, and then the next French unit, we've got a skirmisher here, but this here is a disordered infantry unit that is going to be attacked. When they try to move, they're going to be reaction charged by this right down here at Kulm, right down here. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. And there's an artillery unit down here that can provide some support, and then we have the couple of units here, but then we have the 1st Division back just a little further. Let me pull back a little bit more. So that's that unit. And then we have some units there close to Shanda coming in. But it's this area here that is a little bit of an issue and a problem for the French. If the Russians can get in there and split these units, then they can annihilate those units up there at the top, okay, up here. They'll be able to seal them off from the 1st Division coming up the road here. They can't move in quickly because of that stream. They can't cut across north of this road because of the terrain. The stream is quite a obstacle in movement. So these units here have to fall back far enough that they can hopefully get a seal here with some of these units coming in up this road here and then sliding over, maybe having to take position on this little higher elevated area here. And they're not worried too much about the left flank due to the terrain that's down here with this stream here running along the bottom part of the map, and the forest area here. It's going to be that right flank and then the middle that the French have to solve. They got to solve that before they can think about possibly turning back to the offensive. And so that's what they're going to have to do. While the Russians are looking to really press hard to try to split these two forces. And that's going to be the issue. Plus, the Russians have some cuirassiers here. This is the, I believe it's the 1st Cuirassier Division. Depradovich. And they're going to be making their way up the road here and possibly looking to exploit any weak area that they can find. Plus, they've got, let's see, what is this here? This is the 3rd Cuirassier Division that is still in play here. Plus the, let's see, the Cavalry Division that belongs to just the Army back here. And that's under the command of Noring. So that kind of gives us an overview of what the situation is for the French and also for the Russians. The Russians are kind of spread out due to the pursuit of the French. And so what they need to do is they need to consolidate to be able to attack with some strength and not be attacking piecemeal. And I think they really need to concentrate with their infantry here in the middle. Let the cavalry work on either flank. But, you know, of course, they've got units that are scattered. So there are some artillery batteries that took a while to limber that need to now try to catch up so that they can be used against these French forces. So the advance guard kind of got a little too antsy, and Mouton Duvernay took a licking. Plus, he got injured himself, injured in the leg, and he doesn't come back to the third hour, 3 o'clock. So, and so we'll pick up with the 1:20 turn, or 13:20, however you want to look at that. We're going to start with the French segment. This is the 1 o'clock and 20-minute turn. Each turn is 20 minutes in this game. The game scale is 100 meters across. Each increment is worth 100 men. Cavalry 50 with the mounts. And then we've got 4 artillery cannon per strength increment. Okay, the command phase, we determine the errors of judgment for the French. They have 5 minutes per turn to move until the 2 o'clock p.m. turn of the first day. And then they get 8 minutes thereof. The coalition have 8 minutes per turn until the 6 o'clock p.m. turn on the first day. And then they have 10 minutes from then on. So that's that. All right. So we have cavalry charges. Okay. Then we have movement phase. That's where the French have only 5 minutes. Then we have the coalition defense fire phase. Then we have the French offensive fire phase, melee assault phase, and then recovery. Coalition is the same. So, and if we look for cavalry charges for the French, I believe their cavalry units are still recovering. Now, once they rally from being disordered, they automatically begin exhausted. So if they're routed, they do not get to recover tiredness. They have to wait until they're recovered before they can recover tiredness. So we've got units there, and then we've got 2 up here. Now they can move half of their movement and still recover a step of tiredness, which they're exhausted, they go to fatigue. But if they're involved in any kind of melee, then of course they're not going to regain any of their tiredness. And so don't believe there's any units, cavalry units, to do anything with here. So the next thing that we're going to do will be the movement. And I need to kind of like plan out what I'm going to do prior to. Let me move this other way. Move this. And you may say, well, how do you determine when units are flipped over? How do you know which units are French and which units are coalition? The French units will be white. Let me get over here. We're a little closer to what's the deal here? Oh, there we go. All right, so right here you can see this is a French unit. This is a coalition unit. This is white background. This is a gray background. So that's how you tell. All coalition units will have this gray background, and the French units will have the white background when they're flipped. And so units that are flipped will be skirmishers, of course. And then also artillery units that are unlimbered. So now there is one area of the La Bataille system that I wish they would have found some other way. Okay, like some other game companies have used, like the back or the back as one formation, and then the front is another formation. The only thing with La Bataille is they give you so much information on the back that they wouldn't be able to do that. And I don't see that it would be a big issue to just have a a marker to put units, say, into a certain formation. Um, you know, you have this as a road to designate road march, an extension of a line. Okay, even if, say, the unit's in line, it can extend into 2 hexes, you know, or say 3 hexes or so forth. That could be used, but that it's used for road order. But so what happens though is these hex units in the hex have a tendency to get moved around, and so it's difficult to remember. Okay, is this unit here? Was it in line or was it in column? You know, they're so close that it's hard to know what it's in. You know, especially when you're in control of all the units, it's much more difficult to realize what you're in. Now, if you have British units, then you know most of the time they're going to be, the only time they're not going to be in line is if they're marching. You know, that's pretty easy. French, most of the time they're going to be in column, but they used mixed order, and they did use line. But to attack, of course, they used column. But it's especially when the hexes are small, and they are. That's one of the things that I'm not too happy with concerning Against the Odds, is the hex sizes of their games. They went with a small hex instead of a larger hex, a hex in which the counter easily fits completely inside of. And I know that that would increase the cost, but hey, give me the larger hex. You know, Clash of Arms, you got a larger hex. So that's one of the things it's negative. It's a negative part of this game, is the smaller hex. And I had an individual make a comment in one of the earlier videos, and you can see that who sent it in, or sent that comment, and I agree completely with them. The hexes are too small, and it's easy to jostle a unit around, so you're not for sure. Okay, what hex are they in, or which way are they facing, and are they in line or in column? And you know, you come across that in some other games as well. You know, I have these. I've used these. Well, here's a blue one. You know, I've used these, you know, to like, okay, if they have that, they have a, you know, a blue chip underneath them, or any colored chip underneath them, then they're in line. And, you know, like, okay, this unit here, so I'll put that underneath him. Right there. And that would tell me, hey, he's in line. But, of course, I haven't been doing that. So, and I think, let's see, I think to be in line, I think you have to have, Okay, so when a combat unit is 4 increments or less, the unit occupies only a single hex. As long as the unit has at least 5 increments, it may be deployed into a 2 hex line. So basically, it has to be able to put, let's see, well, it just has to have 5 increments to be in more than 1 hex. So a total of 4 increments can fire from a hex in a line. So let's start moving the French. I'm gonna have to get my clock ready. And then get started here. I need to bring on the reinforcements. So let's get to moving here. Ready? Go. All right, so here we go. Let's move this out of the way. This unit here that's in line is going to turn, so that cost 1, 2, 3 for being in line. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Okay. Here, we're going to fill that gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to come out of road march. 4, 5, 6, and 7. He goes into line. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 into line. Okay, this unit here with Van Dam, we'll leave him right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. He's still in column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes out 6, 7. He's still in column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comes out of road march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes out of road march. And then the rest of these are coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes out of road march. So the rest of these are still in road march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one comes out right there. Okay. So I got those guys taken care of. Okay, up here we want to back. Well, we can, these cavalry units, we can move them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's focus on these guys over here. They want to back up. So he's going to turn and go turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy's crossing the stream. Turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, these guys couldn't go that far. 1, 2, they'd have to be there. 1, well, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'd go there. Okay, this guy was going to turn. We're not going to get very far with some of these other guys. This guy's just going to drop back to there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. That's it. I didn't get to move anybody down here. So now we go right into the defensive fire. We'll start over here. So here we've got this unit firing here and this unit firing here. All right, so he's in line. He's in the line. He's got how many? Okay, so 4 and 4. They're militia. Which is just regular infantry. That'll be times 2, so that's going to be 16. Skirmisher is 12. So we're looking at 1 to 1. All right. So it's 1-to-1. $33, no effect. Let's see what else we got. I think that may be it. Okay. So just staying here. Offensive fire. Got the skirmisher there. Legree. Strength of 4. Skirmish formation times 3. That'll be 12. He's in line. So, yeah, just 1-to-1. 32 is no effect. All right. Now we want to, well, we can look here at this artillery unit here. Firing here. Now they only have a strength of 1. They lost one of their increments, some other guns. So that 5 is just going to be halved. That's a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'd be firing at with the lowest strength factor there with 5. Halved, so that's 2.5. So strength of 2 against this cavalry unit in their flank. So that would be, it's going to be 1 to 3. They have to get a 65 or 66, and they don't. All right. The only other place we have now is up there. So we have that artillery unit. And I'll have to pull back a little bit. They're firing on that unit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have a strength of 7. That unit's in line. So it'll be 1 to 1.5. And they rolled a 36. Which is not gonna, 36 is not gonna be enough. All right. We don't have any melees to perform. So now we go to the recovery phase, which we're going to have to We got to take a look here. We got this unit here. Brand disordered, and he's got this unit here. So during the recovery phase, are they able to escape? Or can you have a reaction charge? Let's see. Let's see what, well, it'd be an opportunity charge. So let's take a look at what it says about the recovery. Okay. It doesn't say. So they can actually, I guess it doesn't say they can't. So is this unit, and this unit has to move. And as they get ready to move, of course, this unit will have to pass a morale check. So this unit's attempting to run away. So all right, rolled a 56, which is a pass. So they will attack. And of course, they're not going to be able to stand. Of course, they can't go to square. I don't know how they're going to be able to stand. Okay, so they've lost more than half their troops, so that's -6. They're routed, so that's another -6, so they're at -12. Okay. The strength difference is 12 to 3. That's 4 to 1. That's another -6. That's -18. And they're Lancers, so that's another -6. So that's 24. Okay, got a 63. Six, 6, and 6. And so they failed. Okay. So basically what we're doing is we're going to roll a die. This roll result is the number of hexes that the routed unit must rout away from the cavalry, and also the number of increments the routed unit or stack must lose. Excess losses are distributed to units from the top of the stack to the bottom. Okay, the charging unit must continue its charge move directly towards the routed unit or stack. The charging cavalry unit comes adjacent to another enemy unit, can switch its target. That would be during a normal charge, but this is a opportunity charge. Okay, so we roll one die. It's 4. So it's going to lose 4 steps, which it only has 3. So it's eliminated. And it'll have to move 3 hexes. So it was right there. So to get away, 1, 2, 3. And so that's where these guys will end up. Oops. Right there. And now they're exhausted. But that unit's eliminated. Just attacking. Guess it could have went 1. See. 1, 2, 3. We could have put it up here. All right, and that means this gets turned to blue. Because it happened during the French turn. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch these blue ones, or take them off. Even this one that's back here. Okay. And then those 2 over there, with those 2, are going to be flipped over to fatigued. Okay. And then to pull back right here, this one here becomes just fatigued. And let's roll for this one. Okay, they've got -6. They passed. They rolled a 36. So they recover, but they're going to be exhausted. because, like I said, they can't recover any readiness until they recover. All right, and then we have, of course, those two units here. That can attempt to no, look at this. This guy's too close. This unit's going to have to continue to move. So, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing with that one. Up here, he's going to have to move too. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We've got this unit that's disordered. P minus 3. 25. He's going to route. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's routing away. Okay, now we go to the French, no, the coalition segment. So let's pull back here and see what we got going on. Okay, so they have 8 minutes. Of course, they want to try to exploit some things here with these grenadiers who are going to be able to attack this unit here. I guess they're in column. All right, so let's start up here at the top, and we'll work our way back down. So we've got those 3 that we're going to want to try to outflank. But they have to be cautious of these 2 regiments here, even though they're small. So I have to put 1 regiment in position ready to reaction charge. That stream costs 5. So, any charges? We do charges first. course, I think we can charge. So we're going to charge this unit with this cavalry. So see what they are. Okay, they're dragoons, so they don't have the lance. You don't have to put them in 2 hexes. That would cost a lot to do that. All right, so they're here, gonna turn. I check here about the facing. I've been playing a lot of the Sound of Drums new game volume, Quattro Bra 1815, and then also the let's see, Wartenberg 1813. 2 games in 1 there. On Vassal. I haven't received the game yet. I don't know if it's actually been started sending them out yet, but they did give you the Vassal. So I've been doing that the last couple of days. And of course the rules kind of just end up getting combined, I guess. Let's see, we go over here to movement. So let's see, maybe it'll be under facing. Yeah. So it caused formation change, but what about the facing? I thought that would be under movement. So I guess maybe they're not having to pay extra to change facing. I know it says here that they can units in general order, column, single hex line, or skirmish formation can move into any adjacent hex they can enter. Let's just check here. Well, I'm pretty sure it costs to change your hex, your facing. I think that was in the addendum. Yeah. 1 additional movement point to change facing. Cavalry costs 2. Okay. So it was in the addendum. So it would cost, they were facing this way, 2. Okay. And then across that stream, that's 5. So that's, plus they're in line. Okay, so they start off with already used 2. So to turn is 2 more, that's 4. And then 5 to cross, that's 9. And then 10. And then it's just got 4 left. So 1, 2, no, thing is, they're not going to be able to reach like that. So they'd have to come into this hex, not that hex. They want to go into that one. They're just going to have to come straight on. And then this unit can try to go to square. So right there, and it's got 4 movement left. So French unit is in line. Okay. And 1, 2, 1, 2. I'd like to get there only 3 away. So, ooh, rolled a 13. So yeah, they go to square. So now, cavalry wants to recall Russian 6, so they can recall right there. And that still causes them to be fatigued, though. All right. Okay, so the next one, this one's going to charge. And he's, well, he doesn't have to say anything yet. So, let's put this down as our charge marker. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Plus 5 is 8, 9. Right there he's used 9. Just so we know how many he's used. 9. Okay, this unit here, 1, 2, 3. This unit, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got both of those units could be a target. And here we've got this leader. We could add 2 to the roll, or subtract 2 in this case. So both of those are going to try to go to square. So we're going to do this one here. (21). They're in line. So they went to square. This one's trying to go to square. All right, I rolled a 61. They're going to rout, even with the leader. Okay. Okay, if the result is rout, the infantry unit is marked routed, any artillery hex is eliminated, the charging cavalry must roll to a recall. Okay. So they rolled a recall. They cannot recall. So they can't recall. So they move, okay, so 9, 10, 11 to right here. And then we roll a die to see how many hexes that unit has to route to. 4. And that's the number of losses they take. So they take 4 losses. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that was 9, 10, 11. 12, 13 to get right there, and they can attack that artillery unit, which since they're limbered, they're just eliminated. Okay, and so we stop them right there, and they will be fatigued. They don't become exhausted. They never actually had a melee. So that's where they end up. Okay. Then we have this unit. We can still charge. We could actually charge this unit here. I think he will. Alright, so now we move this charge over to his hex. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then 5, 9, that'd be 10. And then there he is, 11. Well, actually, let's see. This guy in line, he doesn't see this coming. So they get to right there. And now we have to roll. We've got to roll to stand. Which is going to be over here. And that's Lancers. Okay, and we've got strength of 11 to 7. Excuse me. That's 1.5, but that's not going to matter. It's going to be 1 to 1. They get a +3 there, but charged in the flank, that's -12. Okay. Defender infantry in line, that's another -3. So now we're to -15, but we get a +3 for the pre-melee. So now we're back to 12. What is this kind of? Okay, they got a 31 morale. Lancers, that's -6 more, so we're at -18. They rolled a 61. Okay, and we got 18. So that's 1, 2, 3, 31. I think that's what they have. So they're going to fail. Yep, 31. So even at 61, -18, -6 goes to 51, -12 goes to 41, -18 goes to 31. And they have a 31, but if it's that number or lower, they fail. So they become disordered. And that's where we're going to have the charge. All right. Okay. And then we also have charges down here at the other flank to look at. Okay, we've got some heavy cavalry here, and here. This Russian cavalry unit here is exhausted. So all they're going to do is be able to move away. So we've got this unit here too, but it's not charging. This unit is going to charge. So here, so they're going to charge. I guess that's it. Don't need to charge with some of those others. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Now this unit can see 3, 4. So they're going to roll to go to square. 22, they failed. So they're going to disorder. They had a 24. I rolled a 22, but we'd have to subtract 6 for them being reduced at least, let's see, less than 50%. So they're going to disorder. So 1, 2, 3, down that slope. Cost 3. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. So there that is. So that charge. Okay, and that's it. Now we can just go to the movement. So we'll start with our movement here with these units. So okay, begin. Got this cavalry unit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And move to there. This one here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're going to go right there. And let's see here. We've got this disorder unit. Don't worry about it. These guys coming up this road. Of course, I can't move that guy. Well, I can try to move him. Got to get a 5 or a 6. I got a 3, so he can't move. So I'll just put that on top of him. And then we have this unit here. We want to try to move him 5 so he can unlimber. But let's see. Unlimber, but then to go across that stream costs 4. But he's got a movement of 12. But costs 2 to limber. So that's 2, 4, that's 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy's kind of in the way. So he's going to turn. It cost 1. Well, he can just change formation. It cost 1. And then go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy here is going to move. Join that guy. Okay. And then these guys here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to come out of road march. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12. Okay. 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He goes to there. He comes out of road march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, he'd have to just stop right there. Okay, these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 3. They're going to stop right there. This guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy here is going to go into column, cost 1. Up slope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy's going to turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. 'Cause Yeah, I should have charged with him. One, 2, change the line, that's 3, and then go 4 right there. Well, maybe, well, he'll change to skirmish and go to here. These guys are in column. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to line. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, change the line. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This guy's going to turn. Now, I guess he'll go here. Don't want to turn. He'll just go to here. I'll move to here. That. Back yonder, you got to be careful because that covered unit there has the ability to reaction charge or opportunity charge. So this unit here wants to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. This guy here on that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now he can only stop right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's way up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's this leader doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, can't go there. He'll go here. That unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, okay, we gotta stop. All right. So now we go to defensive fire. All right, so this disorder unit can fire. They got a strength of 3. Fire value is halved. They got 6 becomes 3. 3. And this guy's in column. So 1 to 2. 45. All right, so 45 here, and then see 1 to 2 is here, so we go up here, it's blank. Okay, so no effect. And then we go to this skirmisher. Gonna fire here. They have a strength of 4, so that's going to be 12. 12, he's in line, so 1 to 1.5. No, let's see. It's 1.5. No, let's see, 12. No, that's 1.3, so it's just going to be 1 to 1. And a 12 is rolled, so no effect. Then we have this skirmisher who's going to fire at this unit, who happens to be in column. And again, fire 4 out of there. That's 12. That's 2 to 1. 42, 2 to 1. That's going to be a hit. So that unit will have to check for its morale. And it has a 26. $24, so it becomes disordered. It must fall back. 1, 2, 3. Go back to here. So you can see right there the difficulty with the hexes being so small. You know, move things around because of that. Let's see here. So 12.6 talks about defensive fire. So that's, you have to be adjacent. So you can't use your artillery to fire. For example, I wouldn't be able to fire this artillery here, even if it had a target. Or I do have a target up here for this gun, but this is defensive fire, so it can't fire. But that unit right there can fire. This one here, but it's got to pick a target. And they're all in. Well, actually, he's in 2 hexes, so he can fire out of both hexes. He can fire 4 out of the one on the right, and then let me put this black one in here. So we're going to fire, this one here is going to fire here at that target with a strength of 4. And let's see what that unit is. Line. It's in line. So line, they only have a ×2, so that'll be 8. 8 against they're in line, so it'll be 1 to 1.5. 41. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna, no effect. And then now the other, the black one, firing here at this in the middle. And again, same thing. You got 6 against 9. That's 1 to 1.5. Ooh, a 62. Now that'll be a hit. Okay. So that is a hit on this unit. They only have to check morale on every odd. Okay. And then this disordered unit. Let's see, when a unit is disordered, let's see what kind of, what they're facing and everything is. So it has no formation. You face it as if it's in column. Okay. So it'll be able to fire with a strength of 6, and it's half because they're disordered, so a strength of 3. So it's going to fire at this cavalry that's in line. So 1 to 3, they have to get a 65 or a 66. So no, nothing. What is all this here? Okay, disordered unit. All right, so now we have offensive fire. So we'll start with this unit, fire at this disordered unit. Okay, disordered, they have a 14. Okay, that unit's in line. They have a strength of 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 to 14. That's 1 to 1. 1 to 1. 1 to 2.5. 22. That's no effect. Okay, this unit here is firing, and this unit here is firing. So both of those are firing on this target, who's in line. So we've got strength, they're going to have 4. They're going to have 4. That's 8. That's going to be 16 to 9. That's 1.5 to, let's see. Yeah, 1.5 to 1. 44. That's going to be a hit. Okay, they don't check morale except for every even loss. Now they can stay in that 2x line as long as they have more than 5 increments, or 5 increments or more. Okay, now we move over to here. We've got this skirmisher firing on this skirmisher, and skirmisher has 12. This unit here is at strength of 2. What's that? Jaeger. That's times 4, so that's 8. That's 1.5. 1 to 1.5. 32 is not enough to do anything. So then we have this unit here. This unit attacking this skirmisher. So that's 4 and 4. So that's 8. So that's 16. Again, that's let's see. Well, it's not. I don't think so. Let's see. 16 divided by 12. No, it's just 1 to 1. 66. That's a hit. Okay. All right, we don't have any artillery that's going to fire. So now we can go into the melees. All right. So we're going to have that. I don't know, we don't have assault. They didn't give us assault markers. Okay. But, of course, we're going to have that. Just to mark them. So we've got that. They're not charges, they're assaults. Well, that guy can't. You can only assault the same hex that you have fired on. So if you fired on a different hex, you can't assault elsewhere. So all right, we've got this charge here. Okay, so they were at 8. They lost 2. So we got to subtract 8 from 32, so that's going to be 24. We're disordered here. They've lost 5. 3, so 15. They have 9. They're going to have 9. But since they're disordered, it's even going to go down less than that. It's going to be, I think it's going to be half. Yeah. So actually, I guess there'd be at 4, but we'll give them 5. So they're going to have 5, and they're going to have 24. So that's going to be 4 to 1. But before we do that, we've got to check to see what else we might have. Charged in 3 hexes in a straight line, so they're going to get double. So they did charge in 3 hexes in a straight line. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that means their 24 is doubled to 48. 48 to 5. So, wow. That's going to be above 5 to 1. So we've got 5 to 1. We rolled a 55. Okay, defender routes. So I got to roll to see how many. So we've got So I guess, okay. Here, because it's melee, they're going to lose a step. They're going to route. And they route, says they route 3 movement points. Three. So they move into here. I guess we don't have pursuit anymore. And they will become exhausted since they charged and meleeed. They used to have pursuit. I don't think I see pursuit in here anymore. Yeah, I don't see pursuit. I guess you have to pursue on your own. All right, now let's go to this melee here. Okay, this unit has a melee strength of 15. This unit here has 12, but it's going to be less than that. So we've got this leader here. Wurtenberg is going to add 2. This unit is lost, so they're going to be at 12. So 28. This, what I say this was at 12. Okay, but they're in skirmish formation, so that's half. So they're going to be at 6. So we've got 6. Charge through the rear. That one's going to be time and a half. So they were 12. That'll put them at 18. So it'll be 33 to 6. So that's going to be 5 to 1. $51 plus 2 is 53. So retreat. So he would have to retreat. See, where does it talk about retreating? Let's see, 4.4. All right, so this unit here is going to lose a step, and either way it goes, it's going to be in the zone of influence. So it goes to here. Flip him back over. I think if I move him here, he's routing. I think he should just take another loss. But let's see what opportunity fire. 12-7. Maybe you do opportunity fire. Okay, so exceptions. Okay, would be 6.4, 6.48. Okay, then 6.49 G. There's no 6.4. There's no 6.49 G. EF. Man, big mistake there. It's not there. Okay, and then it says 6.77. It says do the skirmisher. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do opportunity fire for leaving this unit's zone of control. So they're disordered, so that's 14. And that's just an infantry unit. Times 2 is 8. Okay. 1 to I guess 1 to 2. Ooh, a 66. That's going to be a hit. That means another loss. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I should be moving those. Oh, this one move in. All right, So then we move up to these units here. And this is where this unit can attack here because they fired there. So it's just going to be these guys. And the thing is, I didn't do my pre-melee die roll. I just went straight to the, supposed to do a pre-melee roll to see how they would, what they would do. I didn't do that. You don't have to do that with cavalry because you've already done that to see if they stand or not. But here I need to be sure and do that. All right, so okay, let me flip this guy over. So they're attacking him in this hex. So he's got, let's see, 3, so 18. Okay, but we've got to roll for pre-melee. So the defense has to go first. So the strength modifier is he's got 6. So 4, 6, that's 10. 10 to 6. That's be 1 to 1. So plus 3 for the defender. So he just got to roll 31. He rolled a 26, so he failed. So he disorders. Well, hold on. 26, and he gets plus 3. 1, 2, 3. That would put him at 33, so he would pass. Okay, so he would pass. So that means they would have to roll. Okay. So we'll go with this one first. He's got a 14. So he gets a plus 9. 42, he passed. The other one's at 22. 44, he passed. All right, so now we go to the actual attack. And like I said, he's got 18, but only half because they're attacking only that one hex. So he's actually going to be at 9. And they're going to have a strength of 24 and 12, 36. So it's 3 to 1. 64. Three to 1 and a 64. Defender is disordered. And they've got to retreat. They lose a step and have to retreat. One, two, one, two, this guy here is going to move in. Well, he moves back more. No, he just disorders. Okay. All right, then we take a look at the charge, which he disordered. So all right, so he's a Lancer. So he's getting the added benefit of the Lance bonus, which is +3. So that'll be doubled to 6. So he'll actually have 39. This unit disordered. And they've lost a step. So it's like 2, that's 19. Half of that. $9.5, so they're having 9. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be 4-1. Okay, 4-1. We rolled a 24. That's a disorder, but he's already disordered, so he's going to rout. So he'll take a loss. And then he's going to route behind this cavalry unit here. Well, see, goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back to here. And routing. Okay. So he moves in. And he's exhausted. Okay. If he wants to pursue, he can pursue on this, on the following turn. If the unit doesn't get far enough away. So, all right, so that's the end of the 120 turn. We'll be moving into the 140 turn in the next video. And the Russians were able to really put a lot of pressure on the French, and were able to exploit a few things. And so you still have to go to the recovery, though. And the recovery, for the Russian units. So, any of the Russian units that just became fatigued or exhausted do not get to adjust their tiredness level. And I just noticed that I didn't fire, I don't believe, onto this cavalry unit. Oh well. Alright, so all three of those regiments can't be tiredness level changed. This one here can't. This one here can be. That one's removed. This one didn't have one. This one out here becomes fatigued. This one in here gets it removed. This unit here has to keep moving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And way over yonder, that unit can try to recover. And I got a 13, so they don't recover. They just stay where they're at. And let's see here, we've got this unit, and nobody's close enough. Well, this unit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So y'all don't have to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll just have to stop right there. And yeah, there's that one there. This one here, I think he can roll. Well, no, that unit. That's why he had to move. Already just got through moving him. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That's all the recovery there for those units. And so we're stopped right here. I didn't move Van Dam, I just moved him off to the side. I guess I'll just put him up here somewhere. Same thing with this guy. Put him up here. All right, so we're stopped right there. Next video will be ready for the 140 turn, and then after that we'll have to make another check on the Army morale. So see you next time.